Yo, so talking about manufacturing courage, it's talking about more good, less bad. So eliminating the things that you know are in your way right now. Simple things, especially at the beginning. Keep it super simple because you want to gain momentum. This is all about momentum. So they talk about that in marketing, but universally true, all things. 360-degree healing. That's what this is. So all angles, you want to get it from, you want to get all your advantages. So what's an advantage? Think about that. An advantage is to start off as something you enjoy. So if you're doing something you enjoy, you have an advantage over someone, say, who's doing something they're not enjoying. So if you stack all your advantages, so if you enjoy, I talked about eliminating alcohol if you're hungover. If you enjoy feeling good, and then you go towards sobriety, you're helping to manufacture your courage because you're feeling better, meaning that you have more reserves. Look at Kobe Bryant when the game is on the line. Michael Jordan, look at some highlights of these guys. Basketball is a great example because you can win the entire game. And in fact, the games are often won within the last minute of the game. So these guys go out and they play for, 60 minutes or 48? 60 minutes? And they play their asses off. And then it all comes down to 1 minute, you know? So you watch some of these people, and where did they get that courage to win in that last minute when there's five other players checking them and people running around? And the truth is that they get it from doing what they truly love. It's basketball, but they would remove all the obstacles in their downtime so that they have the courage when the game is on the line. When the game is on the line, it's my time to shine. And when the competition starts to whine, it's my time to shine. The lonely life of a good man. It's only right I sit back, fold my hand across my forehead as they slide back towards my neck. Memories stack within my mind's cerebral cortex. So essentially, by removing these things one at a time, you're just gonna make yourself stronger in ways that you probably can't perceive in the moment. In the moment, your fears are always going to come up. They're always going to tell you what's right and what's wrong. Essentially, they're going off judgment. They're going off past experiences. They're not going to be able to tell you the truth. Your fears are not the truth. Because past experiences, when we're going into something, talking about manufacturing courage, talking about these basketball game players winning the game with 1 second on the clock, that's not the past. It hasn't happened yet. They're doing it right now. So if you listen to your fears, if Michael Jordan was listening to his fears in that moment, then he would not score those points. So there's always a moment of fear in the moment of progression. So as you walk through a new door that you've never been through. So again, you practice by eliminating these things that are in your way in your downtime. You practice and practice so that you have that much more willpower. Have you ever been hungover and you say, "Oh, I don't want to get up," or "Oh, I don't want to do that"? You gotta remove that shit so that you can. Because if you can't even do the simple tasks, there's no way you're gonna win against. Think about it. When we're talking about basketball. I know he's retired, but imagine playing against Michael Jordan. Look at Will Smith. He's the most competitive dude ever, talking about how competitive Michael Jordan is. And they compete on all kinds of things, he says. They play these little games. So you're not just in business and in life or in basketball or whatever it is, hip-hop, music, just anything, relationships. Things are very competitive, even relationships. You know that there's often another mate looking for your mate, as soon as you turn your back. So it's not even that you're competing sometimes you are competing against yourself, but there's also, there's Michael Jordans out there floating around, and these guys are really good at basketball. And if you're playing basketball and you want to win the game when it's on the line, not only do you got to be good under pressure, but you have to beat him and be good under pressure and face your fears all in the moment. So you need all these advantages that you can get. And this is 360-degree true in all of life's aspects. There's no place in life unless you have built yourself up. Maybe you were born into money or something like that. Or maybe you have these things that we're getting called as rights when they're actually privileges. You're lucky if you are born into this type of money or something where you don't have to be like the game is on the line. The reality though is that all you're doing is becoming weaker and weaker and weaker, and you can hide behind your money for a time. But eventually the truth is that we are all equal as humans. The same as the seed turns into a plant and pushes its way through the soil. That's the truth. The ant that's pulling that big piece of shit. Have you ever seen a video of an ant pulling a piece of shit up into his nest? It's hard work, man. The piece of shit was huge. And he doesn't get halfway and give up. So how does he get that type of courage? And guarantee that ant isn't doing anything counterproductive in his downtime. So it's really important for us to be aware of what we're doing in our downtime and to be manufacturing courage. And I'll keep touching on all these subjects and maybe giving you some better understandings of what I'm talking about. Anyways, peace.